Okay, let's get right to it. Welcome to this explainer, where we're basically setting the stage for a massive head-to-head comparison between the two absolute heavyweights of the rhythmic world. We are talking about 4/4 time versus 3/4 time. And look, whether you're an aspiring musician, a bedroom producer, or just someone who loves blasting music on your daily commute, understanding the difference between these two grooves, it is absolutely going to change how you hear your favorite songs. So I want you to think about this for a second. Why is it that some songs instantly make you want to, tap your foot in a steady marching line, while others make you want to gently sway from side to side? It's actually not just the instruments, and it's definitely not just the lyrics. It's the underlying skeleton of the music itself. So today, we're going to take what often feels like really abstract mathematical music theory, and we're going to ground it right into a physical reality that your body already intuitively understands. Here is our roadmap for the explainer today. 1. The hidden rhythmic blueprint. 2. Cracking the time code. 3. 4/4, the universal beat. 4. 3/4, the rolling waltz. 5. Square versus circular rhythms. And 6. Feeling the musical gravity. Section 1. The hidden rhythmic blueprint. Think about it this way. Just like a house needs a really solid frame before you can start painting the walls, a song absolutely needs a structural blueprint. And that is exactly where the time signature comes in. Now, unless you're reading sheet music every single day, you probably don't spend a ton of time thinking about it. But this little piece of code dictates the entire rhythm of the song. If you're a guitar player, it dictates the count of your strum. It's kind of like the silent conductor standing in the background, keeping the whole band locked in together and stopping the whole shebang from falling into total chaos. Section 2. Cracking the time code. Okay, so you typically see these numbers stacked on top of each other at the very beginning of sheet music, right? Like 4/4 or 3/4. And yeah, it looks like a math equation on the page, but here's the secret to cracking the code. Just isolate the top and bottom numbers. The top number simply tells you how many beats are in a single measure. The bottom number tells you what kind of rhythmic value gets that beat. So if the bottom number is a 4, that just means a quarter note gets the beat. If the top number is a 3, well, you simply have 3 quarter notes per measure. That's literally it. That is the amount of time you have to work with before the whole pattern resets. But how do we actually find this out in the wild without looking at a piece of paper? Well, here is a foolproof 3-step method to find the beat using just your ears and your body. Step 1, find the heaviest downbeat. This is the one. You know when conductors wave their batons, there's always this big, heavy, dramatic movement on the one. Step 2, feel the gravity. Music has this natural pull, a literal gravity that always wants to return to that heavy first beat. And step 3, count the echoes. Once you hit that heavy one, you just count the lighter beats that follow it out loud until that heavy gravity pulls you right back to 1 again. Section 3, 4/4, the universal beat. So let's apply that method to our first heavyweight contender here, 4/4 time. This is the absolute default setting for pop, rock, R&B, folk, and honestly almost everything our modern ears are used to hearing on the radio. It's so incredibly dominant that if you look at the sheet music for Mozart's Piano Sonata, instead of writing a 4 over a 4, there is simply a large letter C. That C stands for common time. That's right, even way back in the classical era, 4/4 time was so incredibly ubiquitous that they didn't even bother writing the numbers out anymore. They just called it common. Kind of wild, right? When you count 4/4, you are counting a very even, grounded pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It gives the music this really balanced feel. In fact, music theorists often describe 4/4 time as a square. It's incredibly stable. The rhythmic hierarchy goes like this: strong, weak, medium, weak. Beat 1 is your heavy anchor, beat 3 gives you a nice secondary pulse, and beats 2 and 4, which is usually where the snare drum hits, well, they give you that marching, driving momentum. It is the exact reason you instinctively know how to bop your head at a rock concert. Section 4, 3/4, the rolling waltz. So what happens when we pull away that secondary anchor and completely abandon that rigid 4 count? Well, we get a rolling 1, 2, 3 waltz rhythm. Our sources describe this beautifully, stating, the 2 beats after the first in the 3/4 time feel more like natural reverb or echo than the 4th forced down beat in the 4/4 time. Isn't that just a great way to think about it? It mimics nature's timing. You strike a heavy one, and then beats 2 and 3 just kind of fade into the background, like a dissipating echo. It creates this lilting, flowing quality right before the cycle repeats. To help you really hear this in your head right now, here are a few massive songs written in 3/4 time. Think of the sweeping traditional hymn, Amazing Grace, or the bluesy roll of the Animals' House of the Rising Sun. If you've got kids, think of the incredibly fast-paced song Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, though actually maybe don't try to waltz to that one unless you have excellent cardio. Or think of a massive 90s hit, Seal's Kiss from a Rose. Try to mentally sing any of these right now, and I guarantee you'll instantly feel that swaying 1, 2, 3 momentum. Section 5, square versus circular rhythms. All right, let's put these two right side by side and see how they physically function. On the 4/4 side, it is square, it's grounded, and it feels very man-made. It relies on a binary hierarchy, strong, weak, medium, weak. It's perfectly balanced, making it fantastic for dancing in a club or marching in a band. On the 3/4 side, it is circular, it's organic, and it acts like an echo. Its hierarchy is simply strong, weak, weak. Because it completely lacks that secondary pulse on the third beat, it creates a much more fluid, rolling momentum. It feels like a natural sway. To really drive this difference home, let's look back at Seal's Kiss from a Rose for a second. Because it's written in that 3/4 waltz rhythm, it totally avoids the forced reset of a 4/4 beat. Our sources actually compare the song's structure to a shepherd tone, which, if you don't know, is this crazy auditory illusion of a pitch that seems to just rise forever. By avoiding that heavy 4-count anchor, the 3/4 time allows the melody to feel like this endless floating loop. It creates a circular space where the music breathes. It's almost like a bird that never actually has to land. Section 6, feeling the musical gravity. Now that we understand all the math behind it, it is officially time to put the calculator away. This quote from our sources is literally the most important takeaway for any beginner learning music. If we start thinking about rhythm too intensely, we can easily start not feeling it naturally. The absolute #1 goal in music is to keep a steady beat, and you do that by channeling the rhythm directly through your body. Whether you're clapping, tapping your foot, or just nodding your head in the car, you have to feel that musical gravity pulling you back to beat 1 rather than getting stuck overthinking the numbers on a page. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I'm going to leave you with a thought to carry into the rest of your day. The very next time you put on a playlist, I want you to pay close attention to how your body reacts. In the soundtrack of your daily life, are the songs making you march to a grounded square 4/4 grid? Or are they making you sway to a rolling, circular 3/4 echo? Honestly, once you start listening for that hitting blueprint, you are never going to hear music the exact same way again.